Hey, thank you for tuning into the fourth installment of our six-part series about the experience economy. Now, today's show is going to go a little bit longer than 5 minutes. We're going to be more like 8, 9, or 10. We're talking about mapping, and we're presenting this idea of mapping in a very unique way, so stick around. Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning into the SimpleBiz360 podcast. My name is Jeff Mason. I'm your host for episode 238. This is the fourth installment of our six-part series about the experience economy. So today we're talking about mapping. And what we're going to kind of unveil today, I don't know if you've really ever had anything presented to you in such a way, but we're going to try to really bring something home that can honestly change the trajectory of your business in a short period of time. So today, we're going to look at charting transactional micro journeys. Right? When we're in this subjective experience economy, what does that really mean? Well, there's just so much fuzziness to it. You know, it's feeling oriented, it's opinion, it's review based. It's sometimes the way we do things seems to overshadow the product or service that we actually provide. And the customers are in this highly subjective zone where that's the way they're reviewing our companies, and our repeat business and referral business hinges on it. So we're going to compartmentalize the experiences, and we're going to do it today. We're going to bring this concept home and illustrate it through a restaurant analogy. Now, in looking at a restaurant, it is my opinion, after looking at depth in this, there are 39 micro experiences to most sit-down restaurant experiences. I'm going to fly through them here and just think about these, rewind and play it back again. But at the end of this, I want you to really think and question your own companies and the way you do things. Do we have this many micro journeys? Basically, they're like little stops. They're like little, experience journeys all in and of themselves that unfortunately, go back to what we talked about in that first episode, right? It takes 12 positive experiences to erase a negative experience, I believe was the quote. I mean, this is incredible, right? So take a look. So here's the 39 in a sit-down restaurant. The entrance presentation, the host and hostess welcome mat, the hostess and host seating intuition. Hey, you know what? I'm on a business trip. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. I go into a place to sit down. There's one table in there. It's got a family of 6 kids and parents, and every other table is empty, and you're really going to sit me next to that table. Why? Because you're company-centric. You're making it easier on the wait staff than the customer, right? So that's kind of how this frames up, right? Table preparedness, table cleanliness, utensil cleanliness, environment, the temperature. Is it too cold or too hot? Is a fan blowing on super high right on top of you, right? Is it wait staff centric versus customer centric? What about the comfort of that environment? So many restaurants design that environment temperature wise and airflow wise to be wait staff centric. So is that really what you want to do? Atmospheric conditions, music, is it on? Is it too loud? Is it too low? Seat spacing, cleaners. Do you really want cleaners, the smell of them, kind of just going out throughout the restaurant as people are eating? Put the cleaners away. Don't let them just sit out in front of customers, right? Water. What about water? Well, I look at it as there's 3 rounds. There's the initial, there's round number 2, and round number 3. Wait staff demeanor, wait staff meet and greet, right? How do they go about doing it? Wait staff Q&A, right? It's a pre-order Q&A. You have any questions? You go over, all that kind of stuff. Order taking, capturing order modifications, order verification. Let me make sure I understood your order correctly, right? Menu layout and presentation. Is it user-friendly or difficult to read? How many places do you go into these steakhouses that are dark and you see people with their phone and their flashlight from their phone on the menu? I mean, can you read it, right? Is it Is the menu accurate? Are the pictures there really what you're going to end up getting at the end for the meal? Does the menu actually connect to the expectation of or is the expectation that you're creating in this visual experience, does it connect to the deliverable of the food, right? Menu ingredient information. What about people that have allergies? Are you putting everything in there you need to make someone avoid having an issue, and maybe it steers them into a different entree, right? Menu review, the specials, bathroom cleanliness, bathroom item necessity stock. Do you have paper towels there? You have enough of them there? Do you have paper? You have toilet paper? Are you equipped? Do you have the backups? Do you have attendants going in there frequently enough to do it? Bathroom hygiene centric exiting. I mean, do you after everybody washes their hands, you make them grab the door handle again without any garbage can nearby? Because if that's the case, if you're making me grab the door handle, I want a garbage can nearby. I'm going to take a wet paper towel or a paper towel that I wipe my hands with. I'm going to grab the door handle with that. So again, think about your exits from the bathroom experience, your entree delivery, your entree delivery timing, your entree accuracy, right? Your entree taste. Well, that's really, now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of what you do, right, in a restaurant. Does this taste good? Is the temperature right? Has it been sitting under a light? Has it been sitting to the side for 10 minutes? Is it cold? How many times have we gotten cold meals, right? Is the entree matching that expectation, again, that you built in the menu? Wait staff order update. Hey, your order's in. It should be coming out in a couple minutes. Hey, let's do a flyby checkup. Anything the wait staff can get you as we're waiting for it. Wait staff ongoing observation skills. Are they seeing that, you got your hand up? Maybe you dropped your utensils or you dropped a utensil. You need something. Are they looking over at you? Are they really understanding that to focus on you? Bill delivery timing, bill accuracy, payment processing timing, wait staff thank you, and then the establishment thank you as you leave. Now, there could be more, but these are 39 micro journeys that have experiences attached to each one of them. And so if you fall on your sword as the restaurant on one or a couple of these, it may be the thing that tilts the scales. And unfortunately, that customer goes out and remembers that, micro journey had a bad experience to it. And think about it. Restaurants, I'm fascinated by it because we in sales, in so many different avenues of selling products and services, we have to really work hard to get a customer. Now, you do have to advertise. You do have to do things to present your restaurant in a positive light, but the customer comes in the door. You never see a customer sit down, look at the menu, go through everything, and the wait staff comes up and says, okay, I'd like to take your order. How many times have you seen people go, you know what? No, I don't think so. I think we're going to go someplace else. Thanks anyways. You don't see that. So the restaurant has a captive audience. Now it's the restaurant's job to create such a good experience overall that customer comes back for more, or they refer that restaurant to somebody else. But there's all these little touch points. There's all these little metrics in the customer mind that create the overall transactional experience, but there are all these chartable micro experiences. So now we really invite you to do that in each one of your businesses. Chart your micro journeys that are indigenous to your business. And then, right, you go into a zone where you teach the staff how to execute on these experience points. You train the staff, and then you can track, if these customers come back. Maybe you have some kind of loyalty program, whatever, but maybe somehow you can track them. But again, you've got to teach and train the staff on these and then somehow be able to track it. But, this is really kind of a cool thing, a byproduct out of the experience economy that, you probably haven't heard presented in such a way. And we all have, whatever we do. We've got these touch points. We've got these little stops the customer has to make with us along the way to finishing the transaction. So we say put it on an Excel report. Start charting it. Start putting it down in writing, and then teaching and training and tracking. So the tune for today that we're going to kind of have you associate this fourth installment with is Traveling Band by Creedence Clearwater, right, from Cosmo's Factory, 1970. I mean, the customer's traveling through all these little micro journeys to get to the big end result, the final transaction, paying the invoice, and it's done. We want them back. We want them referring to us. So enjoy the tune. And hey, we will see you for installment number 5 in 168 hours. Thanks for sticking around.